This is Roy Candy, and this is Favorite Game Friday, where we have a group of contributors with completely different tastes in gaming talk about their favorite game in the category of the week. This week, we're talking all about the first game that you show to a brand new gamer. What is your go-to welcoming game, or a game that just really helps people get into the hobby, or something that you just love to show off to people who aren't necessarily as into gaming? Make sure to leave that in the comments down below, and let's get to all of our contributors' clips.
Hello, happy Friday everyone, this is Alan from Buzzing Meeples in Prestwich in the UK, and the game I've chosen for Favourite Game Friday as a great game to show first players is a game called Project L. That's our current game of the week. I've shown quite a few people how to play that game in the last few weeks and it's gone down really well. A nice game of puzzles where you can score points from these simple actions, and it's quite easy and quick to learn. So Project L is our current game of the week for Favourite Game Friday.
So for me, it's whatever game I happen to be in the mood for at that point in time. I mean, I love all sorts of games, but I don't want to play the same one all the time. So right now, December 16th, 2065, it would be Seven Wonders Architects. Great game, really easy for people to play. Yeah, that's the one I would choose.
Hello everyone, it's Ben Myers here from the YouTube channel Ben and Danielle Reviews. Today's topic for Favorite Game Friday is games that you teach to new gamers, and my go-to is usually New York Zoo because of the theme. It's cute animals, and it's a simple mechanic of just going around the board, picking up tiles, picking up animals. Fastest one to complete the puzzle wins. Happy Friday everyone, bye!
What's my go-to first-time game? Well, I want to introduce people to the world of cooperative games, so I usually show them Forbidden Islands, the first game. Sometimes it can be a little too simple, so I might shoot for Forbidden Dessert, but sometimes the theme isn't quite there. So I challenge you, Matt Leacock, to make a game called Forbidden Dessert, which instead of sand says ice cream and whipped cream and stuff like that. And I think that would be actually the perfect go-to game for first gamers. Forbidden Dessert.
Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. My favorite gateway game to introduce people into gaming is, for competitive games, it's Quacks of Quedlinburg. This has drawing chits out of a bag, pressing your luck, and of course buying stuff. Those are all excellent. And for cooperative games, it's almost certainly Marvel United. Everybody's got a favorite Marvel hero, and it's probably in this game. She-Hulk is not in this game.
Hey everyone, my name is Brett. You can find me on Instagram at Boards with Brews, and today we're talking about, on Favorite Game Friday, the first game that you would introduce someone new to. And for me, that game is Cascadia. It is just a simple tile-laying game with some variable scoring that I think can suit any play group for the most part. And if you really need to simplify it, there's the family scoring variant and the intermediate scoring variant that really just makes it fit in any group that you could need it to. So that's my pick for this week, Cascadia.
Hey everybody, it just so happens that Grayson had a friend over recently and we introduced him to two games, and he had never really played any games other than like Monopoly and like Life or whatever before. So here are the two games that we introduced to him. Potion Explosion, which is a really simple game where you're just pulling these marbles out and building potions, and the other one is
Machikoro, which he really liked and actually wanted to play it 2 times. And I mostly did this because it's similar to Monopoly, where you have to buy stuff, and then like with that stuff you get more money to buy more stuff.
Yeah, he had a great time with both of these games. So yeah, all right, happy Friday everybody.
Bye.
For me, I'm going to have to go with an old, simple classic, and that is Love Letter. I've gotten a bunch of my gaming friends into board games through the simple game of Love Letter. And it doesn't really matter which theme you put on it. It's just the fact that it's a really quick playing game. You can play with coworkers during lunch break and things like that. You can play with friends that aren't super into big, heavy games, but they're like, hey, this card game thing is kind of cool. You're trying to intrigue and figure out what the other players are doing. I love Love Letter.
Hey friends and gamers, happy Friday from Frenchie. My go-to game, particularly when it comes to showing new gamers the hobby, is none other than Cascadia. Cascadia is a nice tile-laying game where you're trying to link up habitats and also putting wildlife tokens on the board to score based on cards that are going to be randomized for each of the different animals. It's a really great game. The aesthetics are really appealing to a new gamer, as well as the nice subtle strategies that are layered into the game. It's my pick for this week. Until next week, play nice. Take care.
Hi. This week, games, favorite games, we like to teach new players. Mine are midweight Euros. I got a whole stash over there, mainly because it tends to click that thing in new gamers that there is more strategy than your older games. And you?
My favorite game to teach new players is Dungeons and Dragons.
She likes Dungeons and Dragons mainly for the storytelling, the tactical battles, the strategy there, and again, the storytelling. Happy Friday. Take care.
Kimberly from Tabletop Tilson here, and the game I love to introduce to new gamers is So Clover. This is a wonderful cooperative word game that will have you rolling out of your chair laughing. What about you, Dash?
Yes! Thanks, Kim. For me, it's Trails of Tucana, a flippin' right game. If you want to see me in action, check me out at And That's How You Play with Bob on Tabletop Tolson.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Julian and this is Libby and we are from Box Meeples. You can find us right here on YouTube, but also on Instagram and Twitter. Today we're talking about a favourite game you can introduce a new player to.
This week I'm choosing Lost Cities. It's a 2-player game, and although it's very simple mechanics, it does get quite thinky.
And I'm going to go for Century, but I hope we play the Gollum edition. Introduces a lot of basic mechanics. If you play the other sibling games, by the time you've introduced each of those games, you've probably got a good groundwork for future heavier games.
Hi, it's Barb from Maple PhD, and my go-to game for teaching new players is something cooperative, something like Pandemic, or maybe these days Forbidden Island instead. It gives you a chance to show what a modern board game does, to show how a cooperative game works, and not be super cutthroat so that you can help each other out to complete the goal. And hopefully at the end of it, they'll be hooked. Happy Friday.
Hello, I'm Ray.
And I'm Jenny, and we're Weber Family Reviews, and I like a game with an easy theme, so Harry Potter deck builder, easy to teach, and easy for people to get into.
And normally card games work well for me, so I got Point Salad. Works out really well, and I'm actually looking forward to Point City. So, happy Friday. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Wendy Yee, and one of my first favorite games to teach new gamers is Dead Man's Draw. It's a push your luck game, and you can literally teach it as you're taking your first turn and then move on from there. So it's a very quick start up and get going, and it's fun, it's easy, and you can play plenty of players.
Hey everybody, Daniel here from the Board Game Faith podcast. The first game I like to teach folks is Codenames. I have taught this to many people over the years, and what I love is that so often they'll go out and buy it right away because they like it so much.
My name's Kevin Taylor, and my pick for a first game is Architects of the West Kingdom because it teaches you some basic game mechanics, and it's real obvious. You take a turn and you see what you did, and then you take another turn and you see what you did, and it's a great game.
Assalamu alaikum. When it comes to games that I can use to actually show people, to bring them into hobby board games and show them what they can actually do, my recommendation is going to be Disney's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This game doesn't just look good on the game board because it comes with a 3D terrain, a cool marble track, but it also has mechanisms of powerful upgrades, a little hint of deck building mechanics, some cool set collection and selling, a little bit of economy, a little bit of very simple mechanics which can be played by family in a very cost-effective package. So they will be surprised at what hobby board games can do, and they look so good. So my recommendation, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Happy gaming!
Hey, Favorite Game Friday, I'm Jared, and I'm with Holly, and we're from the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel, home of board gaming news, tutorials, and a podcast, and we're talking about the game that we would pick for introducing to a new gamer. I know what I would pick, but I want to hear from Holly. What do you want?
I would go with the Godfather game. I really like that it's not too complex. It's got like worker placement and resource gathering and management, which are a lot, they're pretty prevalent in a lot of board games. Yeah. And I think that's really good to teach to new players.
Oh yeah, it's a great one and definitely underrated. The Godfather Corleone's Empire.
Yes.
Yeah, not to be confused with any other Godfather game you might find. But for my pick for a new gamer, I would go with Clank, a deck building adventure. And specifically the first one, I think it's just pretty streamlined and it's a good introduction to deck building games. It's not too complicated, but it's a lot of fun. It's very thematic. And, you know, people are familiar with the concept of dungeon crawling and, you know, fighting monsters and dragons and stuff. So I think, you know, with the time it takes to play, being not too long and pretty streamlined rules, that would be my pick to introduce to someone.
Hello, we're the Hendersons. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Deb. Daniel, what's your way to get people into the gaming?
I just like to teach Las Vegas Royale because it involves chucking a bunch of dice and assigning them to different casinos. Deb, how about you?
I like Quacks of Quedlinburg because you can stop after every round and go over what strategy you're using and give advice.
Hi, I'm Marco from the YouTube channel Abgewürfelt. My favorite board game to get someone new into the hobby is still Legends of Andor. It is very easy to learn because you can start playing right away. The rules are taught during the first legend, the first adventure, so the barrier for unexperienced gamers is very low. And one thing is, everyone is catched by the beautiful artwork. New players will immediately realize that playing a game based on strategy can be so more fun than playing a pure luck game. After you've played Andor with your friends for a while, you can slowly introduce the heavy Eurogames sitting on your cupboard and get them deeper into the hobby. All right, happy Friday, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. My first pick will always be Azul. I have taught multiple people in my family this game, some of my best friends. My wife's family, in fact, I have taught this to them. They have gone to love this one. Almost everyone in their family has bought this version of Azul. And I've used this to teach other games, some harder games and some easier games. But this game has definitely helped my in-laws turn normal family events into family fun times with games. Happy gaming.
Our go-to games for new players are
Lords of Waterdeep.
and Quacks of Quedlinburg. Oh no! My pot exploded! Bye!
When I'm bringing someone new into the gaming, I usually try to pick something that I think they're going to like, whether it's a theme or artwork or something like that. But one of my go-to games is Above and Below by Red Raven Games. I find that this has very simple mechanisms, but also really shows the depth of what the hobby can do and shows that room for growth. And so it's gorgeous to look at, it's very streamlined play, and I think it introduces a lot of really interesting mechanisms. So one of my go-tos is Above and Below by Ryan Lockett.
What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
From Blackboard Gaming.
Our go-to game to introduce new people to the hobby is Floriferous.
Floriferous is a game that's very easy to teach, simple to learn, but it has a level of complexity that will show people how engaging this board game hobby can be.
And the theme is quite appealing.
See you guys later.
What's happening, Dice Tower? It's Andrew and Benny here with Table Talk, a board game channel talking about what board games you should be bringing to your table. And a game I would always want to introduce to new gamers is Zombicide. Now, it's a step above a gateway game, but it brings an experience unlike any other. As you and your crew are running around shooting zombies, powering up, and waves of zombies are going to be coming in, but you're going to be getting more and more powerful weapons and characters. And it is an experience that shows people what board gaming can do. An awesome cooperative adventure game. Be sure to check it out. I'm excited for Marvel Zombies coming up, but for now, you can just stick with Zombicide 2nd edition. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Today we're talking about games that we teach to a new gamer.
Sleeping Queens, because it teaches being powers. Draft your stories, because it teaches you drafting and set collection.
And King Domino, because it also teaches you drafting and collecting things together. However, it does it a little bit differently.
Bye! Bye!
It's always awesome to think about what games would be awesome to show to a first-time gamer. It's really cool to show off what this hobby that we all love can really do. If you have a game that you show to a first-time gamer or someone who isn't as big into gaming, make sure to leave that in the comments down below, especially if it wasn't one mentioned here on Favorite Game Friday. Also, make sure to check out all of our contributors who join in on Favorite Game Friday every week and are here part of the community. Make sure to check out their social media and things like that. Also, if you'd like to be a part of Favorite Game Friday, we'd love you to join in. All you have to do is make a 30-second or less clip that you can throw into our Google Drive that is down below. based on the topic. Next week's topic is what game has a really cool way of gaining victory points, or what is your favorite way to gain victory points in a game? Is it set collection? Is it by completing different routes? Is it by combat? By holding objectives? There's all sorts of cool ways you can gain points in games. What is your favorite game that has a cool mechanism for gaining points in it? Anyway, leave that in the Google Drive and we'll have everybody here next week on Favorite Game Friday. But anyway, until then, I hope you have an amazing weekend and I'll see you on the next one.